Yeah, una, very glaring. Nagsisinungaling si Tariela. So, ibig sabihin, caught in the act siya na nagsisinungaling. Tapos,
Mm.
dinitinay pa niya, mayroon namang proof na talaga nagsisinungaling siya. Now, the thing here is, ano ang dapat gawin ni Marcos Jr. at ng DFA at saka ng commandant ng PCG kay Tariela? First thing dapat, if you really, ganito kasi yun, Doc Lorin, if
Yeah.
BBM really has a control of his own government, he
Yes,
should have
yes.
fired the guy.
Yeah.
But it shows that the guy is even powerful than BBM, to be very frank, kasi hindi nila makontrol yung guy eh. 'Di ba? So, what is the use of having a president who is inutil kung hindi mo kayang kontrolin ang isang subordinate mo na hindi mo nga ang layo-layo ng presidente sa posisyon ni Tarela eh. So what is the point of having a president who cannot even control his subordinate? 'Di
Yeah.
ba? Anong klaseng presidente ka, hindi mo kayang kontrolin? What's the implication of that? Ang official ng PCG mo, very glaringly nakita na nagsisinungaling. So, anong gagawin mo bilang presidente? The first thing that you have to do if you really know what is diplomacy is to ask this guy to say sorry that I have done this diplomatically. It was not supposedly like that. It's not my intention. Whatever, however you call that, at the end of the day, you need to say sorry, diplomatically speaking. But what is
Yes.
happening is, sinusuportahan ng gobyerno ni BBM itong pagsisinungaling na Tarela. What does it say about our country? Ano yung projection ng country natin? Na ang Pilipino at ang Pilipinas ay sinungaling. Do you really think countries in Asia ay magtitiwala pa sa Pilipinas kung even that incident itself na nakita mo nagsisinungaling at tapos sinusuportahan at hindi makontrol ng gobyerno ni BBM at ang karamihan, Gibo, AFP, Kuno, ang mga tulad ni Hontiveros at saka ni Nakiko, mga officials of government, high-level officials of government, ay sinusuportahan mo ang isang sinungaling. Ano yung picture niyan internationally? So, ibig sabihin, sinungaling ang Pilipinas. Do you really think they will believe us? Do you really think when we enter into negotiation, they will still look at us na, trustworthy ito sila? No, hindi. Kasi ang nakalagay sa isip nila, Diyos ko, ang weak naman ng gobyerno. Hindi nila kayang kontrolin ng isang subordinate. Ang weak ng presidency ng Pilipinas. We will never trust the Philippines when it comes to any kind of international agreement or regional agreements. Ganon talaga ang
Yeah.
implications niyan.
Yeah.
Geopolitically speaking and international relations speaking. Ganon siya eh. Ang
What
tanong
are
ko nga kay
what
BBM,
are the
hindi niya kayang
implications?
kontrolin?
Yeah,
Hindi niya
spoke.
kayang kontrolin siya, no?
Oo, Prof. Ano
Ang
yung
implication niyan,
implications? May implications
first
ba
and
sa
foremost,
economy natin? Sa economy?
of
Why?
course,
How?
because when you
How?
say, oh, of course, when you talk about how do you call that economy, when you talk about engagement in let us say in trade, ang trade naman kasi between countries ay hindi nangyayari automatically. It's a negotiations. At saka the first thing na titignan ng mga investors, anong klaseng gobyerno mayroon ka? May mga officials ka na sinungaling, hindi marunong mag-sorry, nagigipagbakbakan pa sa Chinese embassy dahil lang gusto nilang i-assert ang pagsisinungaling ng isang PCG official. Pangalawa, trustworthy pa ba ang Pilipinas? Pangatlo, kaya ba ni BBM kontrolin yung mga tao niya? So ibig sabihin, kaya niya bang i-manage at maging leader talaga ng country? Because when you talk about agreements, ang implementation niyan galing sa executive level. Kung ang executive level is weak, cannot even control your own subordinate, what does it implies? Na hindi kaya at walang kakayahan ang presidente mo. So do
Yeah.
you really think if I am a foreign investor or even I am a country, I will invest and engage with you in any kind of dealings? Of course not, because I don't see you as a viable government to engage with, business-wise, investment-wise, economically. That's really the implication of it. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa mga sinulat ko sa post ko sa FB, BBM has to show force. You control your subordinates. You try to reprimand them and show that you can discipline your own people because you're supposed to be the president of the country. You're supposed to be the author of foreign policy. Yet, ang foreign policy is being hijacked by a low subordinate. What
Yeah.
is the picture ng ang tingin ng ibang bansa sa Pilipinas? Really? It compromises our regional standing given na tayo ang chair ng ASEAN this 2026. Do you really think powerful countries head of state will attend ASEAN summit sa Pilipinas with all of this kind of controversy and scandal on foreign policy? Goodness. Kung ako hindi ako mag-attend, kung ako si Xi Jinping, I will not attend.
Yeah. Yeah, Prof, I have a question, no? Just a small story. Do you remember during the ASEAN summit when Malaysia was
Mm.
the chair, no? Umakyat
Mm.
sa walang nung nag-group picture sila ng ASEAN nations plus one, no, yung Japan andyan. Si Bongbong Marcos
Mm.
wala siya. Tapos the backstory pala there is that they couldn't find him. And naturally,
Mm.
the Malaysian Prime Minister si Ibrahim was so upset. Kasi nga that photo in ano, I worked with the ASEAN, no, as a deputy minister under PRRD, no. So very protocol driven sila. Talagang ganyan.
Mm.
At saka napakahalaga nung group picture na yan. It's all symbolisms, it's all like that, diba? So, and you're there. In fact, when I read my statement, it's already been prepared and already been given. It's all just protocol. And so anyway, no,
Mm.
that photo was so important and he wasn't there. So Prime Minister Ibrahim was so upset. And what was so
Mhm.
nakakahiya was that he went to Bongbong Marcos and said, we're basically, no, I'm not saying verbatim, I'm not quoting verbatim. Where
Mm.
were you? And then he
Mm.
said, he was daw on the phone with Trump. He was on the with, I don't know how true that, basta whatever that reason was, baka he was snorting cocaine, no? Tapos anyway, and then Prime Minister Ibrahim was so pissed that he said, parang pinahiya mo ang Malaysia. 'Di ba? Kasi grabe ang
Mm.
Asian value ng ano, ng face, 'di ba? Biro mo, ano, kami ang host
The
dito
face value.
oo, tapos yung picture hindi kompleto, 'di ba? So, 2 days after, when it was the turning over of the chairmanship of the ASEAN, Bongbong Marcos goes up the stage and in the screen there is the very powerful images of Rodrigo
PRRD.
Roa Duterte. No, because PRRD was highly respected and highly beloved by the ASEAN leaders.
Mm.
So
That's true.
so you touched on the ASEAN right now. How's that going to affect
Mm.
us that this president, no, this Bongbong Marcos is such a global embarrassment. Time and again, him and his wife, all they've brought to our country is humiliation, shame, no? Kasi kita mo naman, I mean,
Mm.
he's really totally incapable. Totally incapable. He should resign right now. Right now, he should resign
Oo
because
nga.
he's bringing our country to so much talagang danger and destruction. So, I'd like for you to tell us what are we going to expect sa ASEAN, no?
Diyos ko, that is even my worry, to be frank. Kasi baka ma-embarrass tayo at lalo tayong magiging laughing stock talaga. Laughing stock na tayo, masusobrahan pa ng sobra-sobra. Kasi sa ASEAN chairmanship, of course, you have to convene. May mga ano yan, activities. Pero may ASEAN summit na kung saan, ang pinaka-importante dyan is yung leaders, head of states ng all ASEAN, 11 na ngayon, ha? 11 ASEAN head of states will go to the Philippines, and then yung tinatawag mong partners of ASEAN, that would include United States, Japan, South Korea, at saka yung big countries like China is one of one of these countries. So ngayon ang tanong, dahil nga sa controversy domestically, alam mo, ang massive corruption in government sa Pilipinas na controversy is actually known across the world and across Asia. Pangalawa, yung foreign policy, yung anti-China foreign policy ng Pilipinas, at the same time, yung pagiging semi-colonial Pilipinas ng Amerika under Bongbong Marcos is also already known across Asia and across the world. So ngayon, ang tanong, anong implication ng mga to? Dalawa lang yan. Pagdating sa ASEAN chairmanship natin, I think when you talk about the technical aspect of it, like yung preparations, yung venue, yung mga talking points and blah, 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 being done by the DFA and other relevant agency, walang problema yon, magagawa naman yun. Kasi technical lang yun preparation lang yun, venue and all that. But the question is, do you really think, and the question is right now is, kasi kapag ASEAN chair ka, it means you have the upper hand in convening the the ASEAN and its partners when you talk about regional issues and even global issues. So ikaw ang mag-head niyan. Ang tanong, with all of this controversy and scandals ng Marcos Jr. government, makikinig ba sa kanya ang ASEAN states? Magkakaroon ba siya ng influence? I don't think so. Ang pinakamalaking tanong dyan pa, kung iisnabin ba ng mga heads of states, ang magiging summit sa Pilipinas na ang isa ata ay gagawin sa Cebu, may a-attend ba? Or baka naman mag-send na lang ng representative ang mga leaders ng ASEAN and other partners of ASEAN like China at hindi na umattend. Anong impact nun kapag nangyari yan? Ibig sabihin, sinampal-sampal ang Pilipinas or sinampal-sampal si Marcos Jr. if that happens. Yun eh. At saka, walang leverage ang Philippines kapag hindi trustworthy ang tingin sa'yo ng mga ibang bansa. When you talk about ASEAN chairmanship, ibig sabihin, wala kang leverage to push for your agenda. Kasi hindi aayon sa'yo yung ibang bansa precisely because hindi maganda ang tingin sa'yo at this time. So yun yung mga bagay na hindi naiintindihan, I think, ng mga politicians like the likes of Tulfo, kasi sino ba si Tulfo in the very first place? Diba? I mean, itong hindi nila iintindihan. Kayo mga brabado political standing niya, auditioning with Uncle Sam, compromising the regional and international standing of the Philippines vis-a-vis China and the rest of the world is an embarrassment when you talk about the Philippines as a whole. Ito yung nakakainis, Doc Lorene. Kasi sila, they don't represent the whole Philippines. They don't represent the whole Filipino people. Hindi nila tayo nire-represent because we don't agree with them. Pero sila yung maingay at sila yung kino-cover ng mainstream media, which at sila rin nababasa ng mga tao sa ibang bansa. Kasi ang mainstream media, yun ang tinitignan at yun ang nakikita ng mga ibang bansa ng ibang nationalities. Pag binasa nila yon, pinalalayas nila ang China? Ano ito? Anong klase ito? Anong tingin mo, mga bobo yung mga ibang nationalities and head of state?
Yeah.
Of course not, di ba? So yun yung sinasabi ko, na ito yung naiinis ako na sobra-sobra, na para bang ano ba ang ginagawa nyo sa Pilipinas? Ni-reduce nyo ang Pilipinas na parang tumbok to, na hindi, alam mo yun, na parang topsy-turvy, walang alam paano ang diplomasya, walang alam sa foreign policy. Yun yung image mo internationally. Really, I'm not kidding.